Is Greg Doucette a bully? I don't think so, but I think his videos, especially the ones about Jeremy, have been encouraging it. Lord Commander Dr. Greg Doucette. People need to learn to have a mind of their own instead of just trying to be a clone of someone else. Hey guys, and welcome to today's video. This is going to be a little bit different to my usual content because this topic has been bugging me all day now, so I want to get my opinion out there, get it on video, say what I want to say. So if you are somebody who follows the YouTube fitness scene at all, then you probably know who Jeremy Ethier is, and if you know who Jeremy Ethier is, you sure as hell know who Greg Doucette is. How can you not know who he is? So loud.
A zero water. Zero.
And if you know about either of those two people, you probably know about all the drama going on. Just in case you don't, here's a quick rundown. But first, take 2 seconds to subscribe to my channel, Ashmay PT, and also give the video a thumbs up if you enjoy it. Greg Doucette is a extremely knowledgeable bodybuilder, powerlifter, chef, coach, doctor, everything else. And he has built a massive following in the fitness industry very recently based on calling out the lies spewed by popular fitness influencers. Jeremy is one of these fitness influencers. However, until recently, Greg likes Jeremy. He recommends his content, he agrees with the things he says. Jeremy Ethier was one of the good ones. Then Jeremy released a video around cardio and fat loss, which massively triggered Greg Doucette due to bad information and lies within the video. Greg posted a response video as fast as humanly possible, and now everything is going to hell. So, to understand everything that I'm going to talk about from now on in the video, I do recommend you go and watch Jeremy's video initially, which will be linked in the description, and then also watch Greg's response videos to that, which again will be linked in the description. Then come back and watch my video, but subscribe to my channel first. So, what do I think about everything that's going on? Well, Jeremy Ethier, 2.5 million subscribers. He has posted countless, I'm sure hundreds and hundreds of videos with incredible information, which is really benefiting a lot of people. However, in this video, there was some bad information, like really bad. There was implied spot reduction, talking about tummy fat in particular. There was talk of cardio calorie expenditure decreasing the more you do it. So saying that if you ran a mile every day, at the end of a month, you would burn less calories running that same mile. And on top of that, he was just completely wrong saying about his own body fat percentage. So yeah, 3 major flaws in one short video, which is not good. Jeremy, come on man, you know better than that. However, Jeremy obviously knows that spot reduction isn't a thing. I'm pretty sure he's mentioned in videos before about spot reduction not being true, and I think it was poor wording of what he meant to say, but also he was just trying to make a rather complicated topic as simple as possible for those beginner people watching his videos, and that led to people kind of getting the wrong end of the stick. So yeah, I think that was badly worded, but I don't think he meant it in that way. In terms of the cardio expenditure, where the calories went down the more you did the same thing, unfortunately, I think he's just wrong. I don't think he was lying, because I think he believes that what he said was true, so it wasn't a lie as such, but this is just wrong. And Greg's proved it wrong. That portion of Greg's video was insane. I learned so much, so watch it just for that. But Greg kind of proved that study and that section of the video completely wrong. However, that's not to say there's nothing to learn from what Jeremy said. I think the key takeaway from what Jeremy was actually trying to say is that once you get to a certain point where you're just bumping out cardio, bumping it up and up and up over time, your body will likely compensate by reducing your NEAT calories, where basically you're fidgeting, you're doing this as you're talking, you're screaming, you're running around, you're going up and down the stairs for no reason. That all burns a lot of calories, and the more cardio you do, your NEAT could be compensating, your NEAT going down could compensate for that increase in calories. This has been shown, however, it's to such a small degree that in most people it won't be negligible, and it definitely won't cancel out the amount of expenditure from even just a short increase in your cardio. So although I think that's what Jeremy meant to say, I still don't think it's something worth saying, if you know what I mean. And then lastly, about the body fat, it was just wrong. It was just wrong. Again, I don't think he was lying because Jeremy thought it was true, so he wasn't lying again as such, but he was just wrong. And like Greg is always pointing out, most people are completely wrong about body fat. Most people have no idea about it. So yeah, he said he was 7 to 8% body fat. No way he was 7 to 8% body fat. He was more like 11 to 12% body fat. But is that really doing anyone harm? No. And, you know, to be honest, he said he was 7 to 8% body fat. He's 11 to 12, probably, around that range. Greg Doucette's made a whole video about that body fat. Who gives a shit? Like, seriously, who cares? Who cares? So, that is the Jeremy side of things. I'm going to put that aside, and now we're going to talk about Greg, and this is where things will get interesting and quite controversial, probably. Starting off, I love Greg's content. I really do. I watch all of the videos he puts out. He is extremely knowledgeable. His recipes, his mindset, his advice, his outlook on fitness and nutrition, all these things have changed so many people's lives, including mine. I've been on that French toast grind since finding him, and it has changed my morning for the better, 100%. And I am glad that he made a video about Jeremy Ethier's video, because that information was bad. It was wrong and it needed to be dispelled. People shouldn't be watching that and believing it to be true, so I am glad that Greg put that video out there. However, I really do not like the way that the video went about it. I think it framed Jeremy to be a bad person and as a bad professional in his industry as a whole, which it's not true. I don't know the guy, but it's not true. I know it's not true. On this one single topic, Jeremy made a mistake. He wasn't lying, he made a mistake. He was wrong. It's okay to be wrong. Greg is wrong sometimes. Barely ever, as you know, 99.3% of the time, he's right. But it's okay to be wrong sometimes. And if this is one of those times Jeremy was wrong, that's okay. Let him rectify it. Don't dispel him and cast him off the face of the earth because of it. Give him a chance to at least speak for himself and rectify his mistakes. Greg, in the past, has made several videos about online bullying. Kim Kimura, I think, was one of them, and I can't really remember the names of the others. But he's made videos about online bullying and the effects that it can have on people's lives. And I think that kind of is a topic which we need to talk about here, because quite often Greg's content isn't framing the person as a bad, horrible person. It's more the content or the information or the video or the business that is really bad. Like when he hates on V-Shred, he hates on the company V-Shred and what that brand stands for. He's not telling you that Vince is a horrible person, but Jeremy's video felt like a personal attack on Jeremy, which I don't think is justified. Is Greg Doucette a bully? I don't think so, but I think his videos, especially the ones about Jeremy, have been encouraging it. I think Greg has managed to build himself a cult-like following, a mindless army of Coach Greg clones, and all they want to do is impress their Lord Commander, Dr. Greg Doucette. And when you have so much influence over a group of people who follow you so religiously, You have to be careful about what you say, and I know that Greg is never careful about what he says because he is unapologetically himself. That's something I love about his content. But when you have so many people who religiously follow you like that, you do have to be careful about the way you go about things sometimes. In Greg's video, he said things along the lines of, even if he's made 99 good videos, this one bad one trumps all of those because it is just that bad. And he told people not to watch Jeremy Ethier's videos. He told them to unsubscribe. And I don't think that is okay at all. Hating on the video, that one video, that's fine, whatever. It's a video, it's a bad one, it deserves the hate. But don't discredit all the other amazing knowledge, effort, work, dedication that Jeremy has put into hundreds and hundreds of videos just because he was wrong on this one single one. He wasn't lying, he was wrong. There's a difference between the two. Spewing for views is when you're saying something that you know isn't true. Jeremy didn't know this stuff wasn't true. That's what I truly believe. I just think he was wrong. Give him a chance to speak for himself. So since Greg's video, if you look at the comment section on Jeremy's video, it is literally endless hate, threats that Greg has ended Jeremy's career. People saying that he's lost subscribers or that he's a bad person and a liar and so much more. It's ridiculous. Like, what is that achieving? It's just threatening that Greg has ended Jeremy's career is the worst type of comment for me. What is wrong with you that you would take pleasure from somebody's career potentially being over by one small mistake they made talking about the calorie burn? Why would you take pleasure from that potential disasters happen in somebody's life, and why would you encourage and support that and try and push that along the line so it does happen? Especially before this person has even had 2 seconds to respond to Greg. Like, people were commenting like this before Greg's video had even been made. Like, let Jeremy speak for himself, for God's sake. So for me, the bottom line of all of this really is, yes, use Greg's videos, learn from them, take from his extreme fountain of knowledge, absorb all of the information he has to give because it is amazing stuff. But don't try to become him. Don't try to impress him by hating on everyone he does videos on. Just be a good person. Be a nice person. Be a good human being. We're all out here learning. We're all trying to be our best. To me, it is clear and obvious as anything that Jeremy isn't the same as bloody Chloe Ting, V-Shred, Chris Herrier. They are actually liars. Jeremy is not. I think that the cult-like following that Greg has built is getting too much, and it's eventually going to build to the point where they actually can end people's careers like they're now threatening to do, and their bullying is going to lead to something bad happening or affecting somebody's life if it isn't already. But I also think that this isn't what Greg wants at all. I don't think he means for this to be happening. He says a lot of times in his videos that the reason he uses famous people and fitness influencers as examples of this bad information is to get people's attention, to get them to want to learn. If he doesn't put these famous people's or well-known people's faces and names on his content, then he doesn't get views. So that is what he means to do. He means to educate people, not end people's careers. He doesn't want people to feel awful due to thousands and thousands of comments personally attacking whoever he makes a video about. Because of this, I think that Greg Doucette, the man himself, needs to make a video for these cult-like followers so they can understand. He needs to explain to his cult-like followers that he isn't asking them to end these people's lives and that it's all just for educational purposes. It's about the content. The content is bad, not the person. That's what I'd like to see from Greg because of how this is going, and I think it's going to go down a very dark path if something like this isn't said soon. In terms of Jeremy's side, I don't think he needs to directly respond to Greg's video, and I don't think he will. But I do think a follow-up video from Jeremy would be great, going in depth on the areas where he was wrong or misleading. It'd be very good for everyone that was misinformed, but also just for bringing back his own credibility and getting that trust back from people so they can see, okay, he was just wrong and he has now corrected that error. And that's it. That is it, guys. That is all I want to say, because I'm going to waffle, and it generally does annoy me because I don't see the purpose of it all. I think it's so unnecessary. We're all out here trying to get better. We're out here trying to learn. Be nice to each other, and we can grow together. Tear each other apart, and no one's growing. You're being torn down. They're being torn down. Grow together, not against each other. People need to learn to have a mind of their own instead of just trying to be a clone of someone else. I love Coach Greg, I really do. I think he's a good person. It's my problem right now is just with his fans attacking people. Let me know your opinion on all of this stuff in the comment section below. I'd love to see your thoughts on it, and I'll get back to you right away. Thank you so much for watching this video. Do subscribe to the channel and give the video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. Until the next one, see you later, guys.